Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 134. Joining me, as always, Daniel Neverwilly.
What's up, Connor? What's up, gamers? That's a better intro.
Thanks. A little behind the scenes. We already filmed an intro. My internet went out. Now we're doing it again. And I don't know
One more
what
time.
we talked about. We talked about something funny
Doing it
last
live.
time. What did we say? Sims, trapped in a coal mine.
It's Game of Thrones.
Game
flag
of
house.
Thrones. It was funny, people. It was funny. Just trust me. It was funny, okay? You'll never know, but it was funny.
Yes.
We talked about Immortality. You're both playing that. I'm going
We'll
crazy.
talk about
I
Immortality
think I'm
later.
going that. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Anyways, Daniel,
Yes.
it's been a busy week in the world of video games.
Yes.
Ubisoft has officially come out and announced Assassin's Creed Mirage as the next official entry in the series. Some leaks have been happening all week surrounding this game. I believe last night some concept
Even 2
art.
weeks ago.
Even two. I mean, shit. You want to go back even further, like a year ago? Shit was leaked. But yeah, something came out last night. I think like an art image of like the DLC that's gonna come out with this game was out
Yeah, it's
there in the
called-
wild.
A quest. Hold on, I have it here. The 40 Thieves quest.
Wow, that's quite a mouthful. 40 thieves. That's a lot of assassins
Lot of
running
thieves.
around stealing shit. Damn.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, here it is. They just officially came out and announced it. They have their Ubisoft Forward showcase thingy next week, Saturday, I believe. I think that's on the 10th. Yeah. So yeah, next Saturday. We'll get our first official look at this game, and then other details surrounding this game. I got some pulled up that we can go over.
Cool.
The game's called Assassin's Creed Mirage. Supposed to be released sometime in spring 2023, so April through June of next year.
Great.
Right. Just like everything
game.
else. You'll play as some guy that was a side character in Basim in was it Valhalla? I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. So
So I
some guy that
think
was in that.
if I'm getting this correctly, I think this is what led to him being in Valhalla. This was like a younger him or something like that. If I've heard correctly, I didn't play Valhalla, so I'm not too sure. But
Okay.
I think that's right.
Sure. And then this is supposed to be a return to basics for the series type of thing, not your giant RPG that we've been seeing nonstop for the last, I don't know, 5 years or so with the Assassin's Creed series, which is nice. I know me and you very much want that, right?
Give me AC2 again.
That's what
I
you want. Yeah, just give me Assassin's Creed 2 again. Yeah, I mean, me too. I'm right there with you. It wasn't necessarily the problem for me that it was a giant RPG now. Like it was just like, you open the map of these newer Assassin's Creed games and it's just daunting with how much shit there is and how big the map is and all these different side quests and whatnot. It's just like, I don't know if I want to get into this. A lot of it had to do with the combat though for me. It's just, I don't know, there's something about
Want more stealth.
yeah, want more stealth, just more options. I don't know. Assassin's Creed, ever since Origins, has just felt super like basic to me, especially compared to other open world games. Look at stuff like Horizon, for example, like how much different shit you can do in Horizon, how many different weapons there are, the different ways you could attack enemies, the enemy variety, or like Elden Ring, how many different ways you can play that game, all the different enemy types in that, and etc. Assassin's Creed just feels really basic compared to all these other open world games. So I want like a tighter, more focused combat in this one.
See, I loved Odyssey, but like the game was too big, and I'm not gonna play that large of a game. I'm just like not how it was with Odyssey. Like I think that they could have taken that and made a better game from it. I know I just played like one 90-hour, 80 to 90-hour game. Then I played a 100-hour game in Persona, but like I don't want to do that in Odyssey. I'd prefer it to be 40 hours at the most.
Right.
That's like for an open world game. I don't need every open world game to be 100 hours. But it being hopefully in more of the direction of the older Assassin's Creed games, I might want to play this game. Seems cool.
Yeah, I might too. Especially if it's got we'll find out next week how good it looks. But yeah, if it looks good, I'll be all about this. I kind of just want to buy it just to support this, just to show Ubisoft like, hey, yeah, we don't want
Infinity, whatever that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like if they want to make a franchise like that, fine. I just kind of wish it wasn't Assassin's Creed. You should have made a different franchise if you wanted to make these giant RPG things. But I don't know. It's whatever. Some other details that are possibly in the game. There will be something called Loki Vision. I'm assuming that's going to be like your, what they call it in the older Assassin's Creed games, where you could like see through walls and shit.
Eagle Eye.
Eagle Eye, yeah. I'm assuming that's just gonna be like your Eagle Eye.
That makes
and,
sense.
And the bird will come back from, which is the one thing I've liked about these newer Assassin's Creed games is that bird just going around,
tracking every enemy,
tracking the enemies, seeing their path where they're walking and stuff. So yeah, this all sounds really cool to me. Hopefully the setting is cool. Do we know the setting?
It's somewhere in the Middle East, I think. Is it Baghdad, maybe,
Baghdad?
or
okay.
I think is the rumor. I don't know if they've said. We just have
AC1 type of vibe.
Yes, I think it's gonna feel more like AC1, but from like the picture, I mean, they don't really show much from this image here. You kind of see his basic Assassin's Creed outfit, which I like. It's more slimmed down.
It looks like AC1 outfit.
Yeah, it's not as overbearing. Like I love AC2. Ezio's outfits get crazy. He gets like this huge.
That's why he couldn't swim.
That's why he couldn't weighing him
drown
down.
him immediately.
But it looks good. You get a nice shot of him with the classic hidden blade. There's the bird is in here actually. You see it behind him. So yeah,
the bird will be there.
I'm excited if it is more old AC. I don't need every enemy to have a health bar above their head.
Yeah. What kind of worries me is that this was planned as DLC, or at least the rumor says this was planned as DLC for Valhalla initially, and then they just kind of separated it and made it its own game. And that just kind of worries me because it just feels like this is just like a side project for them. And they're just like, okay, well, we'll give old AC fans what they want just this once because we already have this thing halfway made. And then we're moving on to this giant live service, whatever the fuck Assassin's Creed Infinity is supposed to be. So
yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe Infinity isn't a full, just completely different thing. I don't know. We'll have to see what Infinity is. But I think if people buy this enough, they'll probably see, hey, maybe we should make this type of game still. You know,
maybe a good idea would be make Prince of Persia this type of game, bring back that, and then make that this type of game, and then you can leave Assassin's
How about switch it
as your giant, switch it around, yeah.
No one cares about
Prince
for
us, yeah.
Let Prince of Persia be the live service game. Just give me AC, old AC.
I'd be down with that too. There's also a rumor going along with this that there's an Assassin's Creed 1 remake in development, and that'll be part of the season pass with this. So that
I did not hear
this. You didn't hear that? Yeah. There's also apparently in some Assassin's Creed trailer for like one of the DLCs for Valhalla or something, there was like a cutscene that was like completely redone from Assassin's Creed 1. So people have thought there's a remake in development for a while. Something like that.
With Altair?
He wasn't in it. It was just like scenery from Assassin's Creed 1, and it was like completely redone and looked next gen and stuff like that. That'd be cool. It'd be interesting. That's a game I haven't played since like 2007, so I would be very interested to go back and just check things out. I don't know if I'd replay that whole thing, but I would love to just see what it could look like with modern day graphics and whatnot.
I mean, that, even with just this Mirage, like it being 60 FPS, come on,
it's gonna be nice. Yeah.
That's all I need. Yeah.
Just nail that combat for me. That's what I want.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we'll find out more about that next week, Saturday. Next up, then. PlayStation has acquired Savage Game Studios. Sony says the studio will operate independently from console development and focus on innovating their new and existing IP. I wrote that weird. No, I think I just copied and pasted that.
Yeah, I think you wrote. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't want to. I did not want to mess with it, so I just let it be.
Whatever. It's a mobile game studio. They're going to be taking either making their new IP for PlayStation Studios, putting that on mobile, or taking some existing IP, making games, putting it on mobile, etc. They're also, I think PlayStation's coming up with a whole mobile division now, so we're going to be getting a lot more PlayStation mobile games.
They're doing that with PC, so you assume they're gonna want to do it with mobile. I mean, that's gonna be a huge moneymaker for them. So, they're gonna have a whole mobile division, which, they're saying it's not gonna interfere, which makes sense because it's gonna be completely different studios. They're not gonna get their support studios, I think, to focus too much on this mobile stuff. Maybe they will help them, but yeah, I don't know. This is just a weird story of them buying something else after they are about to raise the price of the console. I don't know.
Yeah, I won't give them too hard of a time on this one. I get it with the mobile games. Like, I think I read something the other day where it's like over 50% of the revenue that comes from gaming comes from mobile. You know, and that's a lot. You know, when you think about all
It
that,
is.
when you consider console, PC, everything, VR, all that stuff, it's like, okay, I get it. You guys want to make mobile games. Everyone's in on mobile games. Nintendo's been on it for a while. Xbox is gonna come in hard with that the studio that they bought
King.
with. Yeah, there you go. And then, I mean, everyone makes mobile games now, so it's just, it is what it is. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not gonna play these games, but it's just, you know, I get it. You gotta make money.
Yeah. If this helps make them money so they can keep making higher quality games over here for us,
Sure,
I guess
fine
that's
by me.
fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's just a weird story, like PlayStation has been buying a lot of things. They've honestly they've bought, it seems like they're buying more than anyone for the other than maybe Embracer. They're like right there. They're buying so much stuff. Small studios, bigger things. It's just a weird story to hear after last week and them raising the price of the console. I don't know.
Why is
Feels
that
weird to
weird?
me.
You just think it's weird that they're going out and spending money when they're raising console
Exactly.
prices? Yeah.
Yeah, that feels weird to me. I know that they're very different things. One is, console manufacturing and shipping and all of that, and then the other is making games and purchasing studios. It just feels weird to me.
Yeah, maybe a bit of weird timing. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll definitely keep an eye on that.
Yeah. Is
Sticking.
there a mobile game that would get you from PlayStation?
No, not really. I mean,
No.
I can't even remember the last time I tried a mobile game. You know what I mean? Like there was that Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot one that released not that long
The Endless
ago.
Runner
Right?
one?
Yeah, and it's like if anything was gonna get me, it would have been that, and I never even bothered to download that. There's really nothing you can do.
I played the Super Mario Run, just that
Yeah, I
first
played
level
that.
that was free.
When was that? You know, like that was like what 2017, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Florence was really a great mobile game. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if I want an existing IP to be a mobile game, but they're
Yeah,
probably.
it's just I just couldn't care less. You know, it's just whatever. You're like,
You
go
don't want
ahead.
like an Ellie shooting and stabbing things
I mean,
mobile game.
sure, go ahead. I'm not gonna buy it, but go ahead. You know, someone will play it. I'm not gonna play it. Whatever. Give me Last of Us Candy Crush. That sounds cool.
Oh,
You just smashing zombies' face. I don't know.
what?
Next up, PlayStation has announced the PS Plus Essential lineup for the month of September. There's also some new games in their other categories, which I can't remember what they're called, Extra and Premium.
Extra. I think extra's the middle one, right? And then
Extra's
premium's the
middle.
top.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go over all of them though. So
Yeah.
for PS Plus Essential, you get Need for Speed Heat, PS4
Mhm.
game. Tome, which is a PS5 game, came out late
Yeah.
last year sometime.
Yeah. I forget the exact. It was like somewhere end of summer, right around this time last year, I think.
And then Grand Blue Fantasy Versus for PS4. There you go. I don't know what that is, but got a cool cover. Someone
Yeah, it's a fighting game. It's a
sure.
fighting.
What do you think of those?
None of them are for me. That they're not a download for
Did
me.
you ever
I mean,
check out this Tome game?
I did. I have it on Switch. It didn't really click for me. I know it's a pretty short game. I liked the vibe of the game. I liked the art style. It just wasn't really a game for me. But
I'll probably download it. I know a lot of people liked it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Portillo's in the game, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that is very cool.
Kind of funny is Portillo.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, there's a few other games maybe down the line here that we'll talk about that I
for
want
your
to play.
extra category now, you get extra and premium. You get Deathloop, Assassin's Creed Origins, Watch Dogs 2, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. What was this game called? Spiritfarer?
Spiritfarer?
There you
Yeah.
go,
That's that like sim game where
I
you're
remember
like
this. Yeah.
you're building stuff on
Got
your
really
ship
good
and stuff.
reviews, right?
Very good reviews, yeah. Natalie really liked this game.
That was who liked it, yeah.
Yeah, I tried it, but it's not my type of game, even though I loved the art style. Just didn't really click.
Also get Chicory,
Chicory?
Monster Energy Supercross.
Yeah, it's a motocross game.
Sure, cool. Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Cool. Don't know what that is. Cool name.
Platformer. You don't remember Alex Kidd?
No, not at all.
That 2D platformer? Okay.
No. Sounds like some kid I went to school with. You remember Alex?
You remember that kid?
That kid. Rabbids Invasion, Rayman Legends, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. All coming to your extra tier.
Play Scott Pilgrim. Come on.
And then-
Monoguchi soundtrack. Come on.
Come on.
So
And then for the premium classics lineup, you get Siphon Filter 2, the Sly Collection for PS3, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time, also PS3.
is that 4? Is that 4?
I think that, yeah,
Thieves?
that's the fourth one.
Okay.
So I think the collection has all 3, and then that's the
Okay.
fourth one. So they're all there now, which is weird because I think they were already on PS Now, but whatever, you're just adding them back.
They were. They took it off because of this.
Okay, good job.
That's what they did. They took a lot of things away, and then now they're
Right, now they'll give it back.
give it back. Yeah.
Great move.
Very weird. Very weird.
Bentley's Hack Pack for PS3.
No one knows that game.
You don't know Bentley's Hack Pack? Come on, man. Game of the year. Toy Story 3 for PSP. There you go, Danny. I know you're all about that one.
It's a weird version of the game. There was like a 360 version or whatever.
Well, you get
like
the
why
PSP version.
the PSP or PS3 version? Why the PSP version?
That's what they got. That's what
Very
they
weird.
They got to throw something for PSP on here. And then last game, Kingdom of Paradise for PSP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I've been saying, you're an idiot if you buy premium, but extra tier, still pretty good. Still pretty good.
So, are there any PS3 games that are downloadable at all?
No.
Are they
still
all?
not. Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
not.
I didn't think so. Because like the Sly games, that's like one of the series that I want to go through all of the games. Now they have all 4 there. I might want to play them.
You can stream
but
them.
I have premium just because of like it was not much more expensive to
Yeah, then you
upgrade.
only pay like 20 though.
It was like $23 to upgrade, and I was like, I was either gonna get Stray one way or the other, whether it was the extra tier or the premium tier. And I was like, it's only a few dollars more. I might as well just get premium for this year. So
That's fine. I just think it's become very clear they don't give a fuck about premium.
No,
they don't
like,
they don't care at all. There's not.
I mean, this is the.
good shit.
I don't think
added.
last month they added any classics, right?
I can't remember. Even if they did, it wasn't a notable one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice they have the Sly games though. That's I might check out the Sly games now.
But I think like Deathloop on the extra tier, that's awesome. That's a game. It's only a year old now. That's a very good one to have. For PS5 owners, that's cool.
Yeah, I wonder if we're gonna get the Game Pass version of that soon too.
Yeah, I've been wondering about that. Where that should be. You would think that
September,
was only a
right?
year exclusive, right? Yeah,
I think it came out middle September, so it should be coming up.
Yeah, maybe
if
we
it's
hear
the-
about
if
that
it's
this
the
month.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a really good one. So check that out if you have extra tier, definitely.
Yeah.
Next up, then, after rumors from earlier this year, Hainer 13 has confirmed they are making a new Mafia game, but it's still a few years away. Danny, are you a big Mafia fan?
I'm not. I have the trilogy that they just did, like the remake of 1 and then the remaster of 2 and 3. I think is how they did it. I have all those. I played a little of 1 just to check out their remake or whatever, and they're fine. They definitely feel old. I think that 1 was like early 2000s. I think so.
Yeah,
like
that was like
they
around that time with that Godfather
like,
game and that
God-
Scarface game. Yeah.
they did a lot of work to it, but it felt old. If they made a nice new one, like I might check it out. Like I like the idea of Mafia. Like we need more GTA type games. We don't get enough of those. I don't think anymore.
I mean,
I don't
we
think
used
people
to get nothing but
used to
those,
get 'em
but yeah,
all the time.
But now it's just completely gone away. But yeah, I've played a good amount of Mafia 2 back on 360, but yeah, I never really checked out the series past that. I have that remake downloaded of the first one as well. I think that's on Game Pass, right?
I'm not sure. It could be.
I have it downloaded on something. Anyways, yeah, I've never really been too interested in the series. I know 3 is supposed to have like a really good story, but I know the gameplay is not all that, so I've just never checked that out. But I don't know if they updated that somehow. I'd probably go back and check out that story. But yeah, I don't know. A new Mafia game could be cool. We'll see. I don't know. It's not something that really gets me excited, but I don't know.
You know, like Mafia things.
No, I do.
Is that the problem?
No, I do. It's just I don't know. Something about them. It's just like okay. They always come out like people talk good about them, but it's never like you gotta play this, you know.
If you keep talking like this, somebody's gonna make you go swimming with the fishes. Okay.
This guy comes behind me, just clubs
gonna
me
get-
over the head.
Yeah. Someone's gonna give you the cement boot.
Oh, you
you
don't
know.
like our game, huh? It's what's dude's name that's making the Callisto Protocol?
Oh, that Glenn Schofield.
Glenn Schofield comes up behind me, just clubs me over the head. Oh, you don't like Mafia,
What'd you say
Sam?
about the Callisto Protocol?
Talk bad about my game. He's just sitting there adjusting his ring.
He's always adjusting his rings. Then he pulls out a big stogie.
You got something smart to say, Keely? All right, new Mafia game, still some years away.
Good for
Interesting
Hangar
because
13.
originally I think these guys were on the Bioshock reboot, but I think that got canned, whatever they were doing.
Ah.
Yeah, and now it's at
So is
that new studio. What is it,
Ghost
Cloud Chamber?
or Cloud Chamber? Is Cloud Chamber take anything from what they did, or
I
they
don't.
just redid
I
their
don't
own
think
thing?
so. I think they just completely started over.
Okay. Yeah, good for Hangar 13. Like I would like to see them do other things. You know, hopefully 2K gives them a good budget, good time amount of time. They said this is years away. Who knows how long they've been working on it? So give them time.
I'm actually with you on that. I kind of would have preferred a new IP from them instead of Mafia again. Maybe just let Mafia sit for a while.
Yeah. We'll see though. They seem to be a pretty competent studio. They just I think maybe need budget and time.
Yeah, definitely get that gameplay better than
Hmm.
the last one. Because I mean, if you got a good story and the gameplay's there, people are gonna love it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next up, Chinese publisher and internet firm NetEase has acquired Quantic Dream. No purchase price has been set as of yet, but I know they made like a big investment into the studio. I think it was earlier this year, maybe late last year.
I think it was a few years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Might have even been before that. And now they've just gone ahead and bought the whole thing. So here you go.
Makes
NetEase
sense.
Owns Quantic Dream. Yeah.
They were already in there. Makes sense.
Someone had to buy Quantic Dream at some point, right?
It's very weird that it was NetEase, but it's yeah, they were on the everyone's on the chopping block. It's
Yeah,
whether
definitely.
it we'll see. We'll talk about it in the next story. It's whether they're going to get completely bought or some of you's going to get bought. Everything is like up for sale. It's just what your price is. Quantic Dream, and I'm sure that it was a pretty penny to buy them. I'm sure.
Yeah, I wonder if
Pretty big
them
studio.
publishing games now had anything to do with the purchase decision. Maybe they saw that and got more interested and were like, oh, okay, you could also publish other games. That'll just bring in more money for us, right?
Yeah, and they make very unique games. We don't get a lot of narrative games with this amount of budget.
Get more and more lately, though.
Yeah, I mean, you have like, there's a few. I mean, Telltale's pretty much gone. They're coming back, but even them, their budget isn't as big. It's really like Supermassive, and even them, their budget could be bigger, I think, because there are some technical limitations there, but they're still. We both love Supermassive, but Quantic Dream's definitely they're a higher tier of these narrative games, and I think NetEase is probably pretty smart to buy them. They've been making a lot of moves over there in NetEase. Who knows if it's good or bad? I don't really know, but they got Negoshi. They got my boy Negoshi.
Oh, they do, don't they? Yeah.
They have don't they have Grasshopper now?
Do they?
Suda
Did they buy
51
them up?
Studio.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that they have him. Like they're doing a lot over there. I'd keep your eye on NetEase in the coming
Definitely.
years.
Yeah. I mean, they're building up their studios, right? So
Yeah.
we kind of have no choice now. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because Quantic Dream, the only game they have announced right now is that Star Wars game, and then I know there's another game that was rumored to be in development over there. That was more of like a comedy thing, so I don't know where that is, but it just seems like. What are you guys doing? Because it doesn't seem like that Star Wars game is going to come out till like 2025 at the earliest, something like that. So
Comedy game from them?
yeah.
Or
I think Colin Moriarty
NetEase?
was talking about it. No, comedy game being made by
From-
Quantic Dream, yeah,
Gotcha.
like from the ground up by them. Yeah, and I just been assuming that was closer to releasing because that Star Wars game is so far away, right? It seems like that Star Wars game literally just got announced and then started development when it was announced. That's what it seems like. So,
Well, when did Detroit come out? Was that
it came out in
2018? Early 20?
Yeah.
So I mean, they've had to have been working on something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is their
For
next
4
game
years.
going to be 10 years apart from their last game?
There's no
that'd
way.
Be very odd for if it's. I just don't. Yeah, unless that comedy game just got canned, right?
Yeah, I mean, but they have to have been working on something for 4 years. Like, that's a lot of time. What did this studio just sitting here doing nothing?
Yeah, that's what makes
That'd be weird.
The going purchasing them interesting is like okay.
Even if they took
what
a
is their
year
next
off.
thing? Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
still 3 years.
And
Like,
then
that's a lot of time.
what's interesting too is that Star Wars game isn't supposed to be from the ground up or a traditional Quantic Dream game. It's not going to be like
Right.
your Telltale
like an action
games.
game.
Yeah, it's like an action game. They said it was inspired by The Last of Us, so it's just like,
I
don't-
didn't see that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, that was one thing that was in that little report they put out. Is like it was inspired by
Okay.
The Last of Us. So it's like, okay, I don't know if I necessarily like that. I really like the idea of a Star Wars game that's your traditional Quantic Dream type game, a big AAA adventure game like that. That would be really cool. But I don't know. A lot of odd stuff going on over there.
Yeah. yeah, keep my eye on Quantic Dream. Like I want Eclipse. It looked really cool, at least cinematically. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see this comedy game at the Keeleys this year. Who
That'd be
knows?
cool. Next up, then, some more investments and purchasing talks. Sony and Tencent have both increased their stake in From Software. Sony now owns 14%, and Tencent now owns 16% of the company. Majority of stake of the company is still owned by Kodoku.
I
Kodakuwa?
think it's no. Let me. I think it's Kadakawa.
Kadakawa, right?
Kadakawa.
Who owns 69%? A 69. The company also said they're doubling down on their own IP, and FromSoft could be looking to self-publish games from here on out, which would be an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Because I know in Japan currently, that's where they self-publish all their own stuff. Still, is when Elden Ring came out over there, it was I don't know about Elden Ring, but all their previous games before that were self-published by FromSoft themselves in Japan.
Yeah, they like to bounce around a lot. I guess at least in the West. It's very
and I
interesting.
wonder if they're trying to look out of that just to keep the money to themselves, right? I mean, look how much money Elden Ring just made. So. How much money of that had to go to Bandai Namco? Probably a good chunk of it, right?
But they market. They're doing the marketing, so Bandai probably did a lot for them. So I know they're trying to get their name out there, and From is a big name, but I'm sure the name Bandai Namco is huge as well, and I'm sure the marketing really helped that game. I'm surprised that Bandai didn't have any involvement in this. They've worked heavily with Bandai for a long time. I'm surprised that they have not had investment in From. If I were Bandai, I would be upset. I'd be trying to purchase the whole studio, but I don't know. It seems especially not now, as likely now.
I mean, yeah, especially after FromSoft right now is just like the hot chick on the street, right? They're the one everyone wants right now, right? They got the highest selling game of the year. The Elden Ring's huge. That IP is gonna
highest
go
reviewed
on to
game.
kill it. Highest reviewed game of the year. I mean, it's everybody wants a piece of FromSoft right now, so I'm not surprised by these investments. And I know Tencent and Sony already both own stakes in the company, so they're just.
It was very minor, right?
Yeah, I think it was less than 10% for both of them, so they're upping it a little bit there. Now they own 30% together, so yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
I don't like the Tencent.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really likes the Tencent thing. But I don't know. This could be a good thing in the long run to keep them not being purchased by anyone. Maybe this is a way for them to stay independent for a good amount of time at least, so they don't end up getting gobbled up by one of these bigger guys.
What I was kind of alluding to in the last story with, I assume that this just means that they are not for sale.
Yeah.
Unless like Kadakawa maybe got bought out or something. I don't know. They won't, because I think they're a completely different industry. But I just don't think From's for sale. Like, and this is just how you could do it.
Yeah.
At this point.
And this would be nice too, because this will get more money for the future games, right? Future projects.
Sure.
They'll just get more money out of Tencent and Sony for this. So.
I mean, Tencent's just throwing money.
Yeah, they're just getting up. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all by Tencent. I'm sure they'll try to put their
it sucks,
money
but
into
they're
everything.
throwing it. Like, and From, I guess, is just like, hey, if you're going to give us more money to have a bigger budget, maybe we can have more staff. They're generally seem to be working on 2 games at one time, so they could staff up bigger. That's going to be really nice. Like, I'm assuming the next From game is probably 2024. That whatever Miyazaki said was almost done. Doubt it's coming out next year. That seems too quick. So
it does seem quick, but I wouldn't be shocked.
He said it was pretty close. I just think 2023 is too quick.
Yeah.
They might do a DLC in between. And
you think about them last gen though. I mean, they were releasing games left and right, right? I mean,
pumping them.
Dark Souls,
2015,
Sekiro.
2016.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a 3-year.
There was a jump there, but I think that those are the 2 different teams. I think.
Right.
So now we're probably getting 2024 is what I would assume with the DLC there. But if they could staff up with this money, hey, sure, why not?
Why not? Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be a good thing if they can stay independent, right? I don't necessarily need them.
I mean, I'd prefer everyone really to stay independent, but that's just really not the world we're living in right now. We're just in the acquisition era. Just everyone getting bought up.
When do you think we'll see their next game?
From's?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say March 2024.
Not release, but like when will we get like a trailer?
Good question. I would not be shocked at the Keeleys, but that seems too early. I'm gonna say Summer Games Fest they liked Summer Games Fest. I'm gonna say Summer Games Fest next year.
They tend to like a quick turnaround too from
Yeah.
reveal time to
Summer Games
release.
Fest releases March, so
Yeah,
you're gonna get like a 9 to 10 month cycle there. I think is where.
that'd be a good go at it. And then, do you think they're making Elden Ring DLC? Because I still gotta think that's in development.
So I think they're gonna do something.
Yeah. It's too big.
I would
not
assume.
I mean, they've done DLC for all their other games, so
At
I
least
gotta
one
assume they're making
decent
one.
DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially for the biggest game, I gotta assume they're all over that.
Bandai's gonna throw money, right? But just
Yeah.
make something, do something.
I wouldn't
make
be
another.
surprised if that's announced at the Keeleys and then that comes out pretty quick.
Sure.
Maybe that
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
out.
yeah.
That'll probably be an early next year thing too.
I think maybe February, March, maybe
Next
at the
year.
Keeleys
Yeah.
we'll get an announcement for it. Yeah. Yeah, From's future's looking real bright.
Definitely, especially now, man. They got that money.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next up, then, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk has been delayed to summer 2023. Team Reptile said that if they release the game this year, it would not meet their level of satisfaction. I brought that completely wrong. They would not be satisfied with the level of the game if they released it this year.
I know what you're trying to say. Yeah,
Up
it
all
makes
night,
sense.
Immortal. You know, can't focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, too
You
much.
just think about
I'm just clicking on stuff.
I don't
People
even
are
want to
dead.
say. I was going
Creepy
to say
old ladies
something.
Are just popping up. I just
See, you
can't-
just
I
said
can't.
it.
I'm
You
sorry,
just said it.
people. I'm sorry.
I was
It's
not going to
just-
say
I don't
anything.
know. I'm gonna turn into an old lady and just start talking to you. It's just.
I was
going
gonna
to
say that.
It fucks you up mentally.
You're taking what I was going to say, but I didn't want to spoil it. Then you just went and said it.
Oh, I'm just going
You
for it.
Like, you click on me, and I'm going to morph into an old lady with
So,
slick back
please,
hair.
please. The first time that okay, we'll talk about it later. Anyways,
I'm going to tell you. So I'm sitting here, me and Sloan. Sometimes we'll be on the couch just playing two different games, and we'll just be chatting just over headset instead of like yelling through to the living room.
sure, you
And
guys are right next
I'm
to
just
each
like
other, but
sitting
whatever.
here. He's playing Saints Row, and I'm playing Immortal, and I'm just watching a scene of Ambrosio with Robert and Marissa just like acting or whatever, and then like I must have been so perfect in timing of this secret scene that I must have hit the stick down and it cut it, and I didn't know what happened. See, remember we talked last night about these secret scenes. I had no idea they existed.
Yeah.
I didn't know what happened. So I did that, and it was just a scene of this old lady in this thing looking at a painting, and like I'm like, I don't know what's happening, Sloan. I'm losing my mind.
The first time it happened to me, she was like leaning over the bed kissing the guy in Ambrosio. And then I rewound, and it's the old lady kissing the guy in Ambrosio. Like, my controller started vibrating, so I just started fiddling with shit, and then all of a sudden it just popped up, old lady's making out with the guy, and I freaked out. I was like, what the fuck?
So funny.
What a game. Anyways, Daniel, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk delayed. I believe
take your
you said
time.
this is a Jet Set Radio inspired type of game. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure what this even is, if I'm being honest.
We've talked about this game for a while. I think there was a teaser for this game, I think, right around when we started the show in 2020. No, yeah. Maybe it wasn't when we started. It was towards the end of 2020, but it was in 2020. There was like a teaser for this, and I've been kind of keeping up with it. It just seems pretty cool. Very Jet Set Radio like, cool art style.
Oh,
cool
okay.
music.
I remember this. I'm looking at images now.
Yeah, I think when you when you
this is
see the
straight
game,
up Jet Set Radio. Yeah,
yeah, super cool.
that's cool.
Um,
Yeah, if the gameplay's good on this, I'll definitely be all over it. But yeah, take
Yeah,
your time.
I think they need to push it even out of early. They're saying early. I think they need to not be. And if they're gonna do January, maybe.
Don't do January. Well, okay, early
January, yes. They need to be in January. They cannot be anywhere else in the other 5 months of the first half of the year.
Yeah,
if
I
anything,
agree.
wait till like August.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
real. Like maybe summer. Summer is better. Doesn't it say summer though?
It said early, I think.
It said early. Okay. I wrote summer. I don't know. Where did I read? Summer?
You wrote summer. Maybe
Yeah.
you saw summer. If it's
I
summer,
might
then
have said
that's
summer.
much better.
Let me get in here. Yeah, they said summer. Summer 2023.
They said summer. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
they said
good.
that. Yeah, so
Yeah, don't be in the first
that's a
6
better
months.
time. Yeah. Just, all you got to avoid then is Final Fantasy 16. So, well, as of right now, it'll probably. Be
That is something to worry about, but that is also two different audiences,
Right.
you know? As long as you're not in the same week as that game, I think you'll be okay.
it just seems like the next,
Street Fighter's in summer
January
as well.
through at least April right now. There's going to be a big AAA game releasing like every other.
Yeah, you
week,
got Street
so.
Fighter,
Yeah, Street Fighter is right
Starfield,
around there.
and Final Fantasy 16 are all in like the summer.
Oof. I mean,
You know what?
maybe
Maybe
hot
just
summer.
don't release any more games.
Yeah, you know what?
next
Just
year.
don't come out. Just cancel the
2024.
game. You can't.
20,
You
no,
can't do it.
don't cancel.
Just cancel the game. You can't.
Come on, 2024, please.
All right, cool. Well, we look forward to seeing that. Speaking of delays, Sons of the Forest has been delayed to early 2023. This is the sequel to The Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know some people like. That weird horror survival game where you're trapped on an island. Some weird, I don't know what the fuck those things were that attack you.
You ever seen The Descent? Where these people go down this cave.
Oh,
and then
okay, yeah.
they get stuck.
The one that's
and
like
these
basically
freaky monsters.
House of Ashes.
It's what House of
Yeah,
Ashes stole. Yeah.
I've seen it.
That's basically what those creatures are.
That's what they are.
The Descent
Yeah, I
creatures.
guess you're right. Anyways, yeah, I'm not entirely interested in this game because I didn't like the first one, but I know a lot of people out there like these survival games. So
Yeah, I
We'll
thought
get
it was
it
something
next
notable because that game I think was pretty big. So like I think this game's gonna be good. I assume. I really liked that first game. I didn't actually play it myself. I had a friend that played the whole thing, but I watched a full Let's Play of Achievement Hunter playing it. They did the full playthrough, and it was just so fun watching four dudes just die and build things. So
sure, it's always fun watching four dudes die.
Yeah.
All right. Last news story then. J. Cole is on the cover of NBA 2K23, or at least one of the covers.
He's one of the covers. Yeah.
Be a switch out cover type of
so
thing.
So I don't remember this cover name. Maybe you have. I don't play 2K. I think they're pretty bad games actually. But he's part of the Dreamer edition, whatever that is. I've never heard of the Dreamer edition, but like I know J. Cole likes to play basketball.
It's probably just like a made up edition for this year, right?
I mean, that's really cool. You get J. Cole. Does that mean he has music in this game?
Because
cool.
like, he probably has a song.
You telling me I can slam dunk over like Damian Lillard, like listening to No Role Models?
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
That sounds awesome.
A little weird considering he's not a basketball player, but okay, it's cool.
It is odd, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But he plays basketball. He's played like in like smaller leagues and stuff. Like,
has he?
He's done basketball stuff. Yeah.
That's cool.
He does. He plays in like the celebrity game. I think he plays every year in the celebrity game. Like he's actually good at basketball.
Give me a cover of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock next year.
What? That had to have been this year. It happened this year.
Yeah. Give me one of the Dr. Phil edition, which is just Dr. Phil's face on the cover of NBA 2K.
You might as well just have Dr. Phil, Maury, and Jerry Springer.
Whatever. NBA 2K24 Teletubbies edition. It's the Teletubbies on the cover.
Yo, the Teletubbies.
Would you buy it then?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. 2K. You want to sell copies? Put Teletubbies on the cover. And that's gonna do it for our news this week. Sorry, I went through it a bit quickly, but we were running out of time with my internet going out and whatnot.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right, cool. But Daniel, we'll now move on to what we've been playing. Do we want to just talk about Immortal now? Immortality.
Sure, keep going.
Okay,
Immortality.
Cool. Yeah, let's talk about it. Immortality came out last Tuesday, or this Tuesday, and
give the kids a quick premise, real quick. What is Immortality?
Immortality. What
the Sam
is
Barlow
Immortality?
game?
Yeah, it's a Sam Barlow game. It's a live action game where you're sort of a detective going through.
Do we know what
you don't know necessarily what you are or whatever. I'm assuming you're sort of a detective. I mean, that's kind of what it seems like. Anyways, you're going through a bunch of video footage and trying to. I guess it doesn't really explicitly say what you're trying to do ever, but you're basically trying to figure out what happened to this girl. What's her name again?
Marissa
Marcel. You're trying to figure out what happened to this girl throughout the years of her acting career. So you're going through 3 different films of her career, and then you also get a lot of footage of outside the movies, things leading up to the movie, either auditions or random party
events. Like
rehearsals
scenes.
Yeah, a lot of those. Just different things that revolve around the movie, but aren't the movie. You're getting, but you are also getting a lot of scenes of the movies themselves, and you're just trying to figure out the story of what happened to these people, and it gets very weird very
Yeah.
trippy, and there's a lot of stuff going on. You get some interviews too of different actors and actresses in these different movies, and you basically you can stop and click on different objects and different faces, and then it'll bring you to another scene or another found footage thing of that object or of that actor
Or
actress.
something similar, like you can click on someone zoomed in and it's like zooming in on their eye, but then it would go to a different scene that's zoomed in on somebody else's eye,
Right.
and then it would just play that scene from there.
Right, exactly. Whatever you click on will have something to do with whatever the next scene is, right? So it's but yeah, you're basically just trying to unravel the mystery of what happened to these people, and it gets very weird.
Yeah. I didn't play Sam Barlow's first game, Her Story, but I remember it being pretty big. It was only on PC at the time, and I didn't really have a PC setup at the time. But I did play Telling Lies when it came to console. I forget when that was. Was that last year or 2020
I think that
maybe?
was the end of 2020.
End of 2020.
Yeah.
I played that. I really liked that game. And yeah, and this game's awesome. I'm still in it. I haven't beaten the game yet or anything, so still playing it. But I just want to say how incredible the acting is. The acting, I
Really
don't
good.
know where they found these people.
I
Like
looked them up on IMDb. Some of them have been in some notable things. The one of the directors of one of the films, his name is John. Apparently, he's in The Walking Dead, one of the newer seasons.
okay,
But yeah, I haven't seen his character, but I also don't know if he's like a huge important character in these. But yeah, he's at least in an episode of The Walking Dead from 2021, so he's in that. The Marissa was in a short film directed by David Fincher, and I believe she was like
okay,
the lead actress in that. But that's all she's been in
that's
other
all
than
she's
this.
been in.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
she is incredible.
yeah,
I am blown away by her performance.
yeah.
I really am.
She's
Her,
great.
and then the character Robert, he plays Ambrosio. His acting is incredible
He looks
as
like
well.
Jesus.
He does look like I mean, his character is very Jesus.
Yeah, I think it was
like.
intentional for the movie in the game. He
Mhm.
looked like Jesus, but he looked just. I'm like, damn, they got Jesus in this game. Holy shit.
His acting is great because he's like, I guess he's an American. I'm not sure his like heritage, but he has like his normal talking where he's like an American, and they'll have scenes of like table reads where he's just reading it like his normal person, and then like sometimes he'll flip it on to his accent in Ambrosia, and I'm just like, this man's just like flipping accents. It's very interesting. Um,
Yeah, shout out to the guy that plays Carl Greenwood, who
Carl's great.
yeah, Carl's great. He's a really good actor. Just the acting in this is top notch, which is
So good.
incredible considering how many different kind of characters they have to play. Because they have to play their character from outside the movie roles, and then their character inside the movie roles, and then especially Marissa, who has to play multiple different characters in 3
Mhm.
different movies, and her character outside the movies,
Or
right?
just her normal, just who Marissa is, right?
Yeah, so
And
she's
then she has
playing
to
4
play.
different characters throughout this game, and it's really
Yeah.
impressive.
Well, no, one movie she's playing technically two. Or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, correct. Yeah. So I mean, she's got a lot on her plate.
Yeah, there's a
for
lot
this
of
game.
levels there for sure. Like, and what makes this even more interesting as well, like on an acting level, is if you think about it, a lot of the scenes are just they're all one-shot scenes. You're not getting cuts. That's not what this is.
Mhm.
So a lot of the scenes, like you're just seeing them just straight up acting an entire scene out with no cuts. Like talking about, I love one shots. Sometimes I think people use them too much in films at this point. There was a time when oneers were like, oh, this is a one shot, whatever. And I think True Detective really like had that oneer, and
Yeah,
like
the,
that really blew it up.
the hallway scene or whatever from Daredevil and stuff like that.
The hallway scene in Daredevil,
Yeah.
yeah, there was like an era where it was kind of blowing up, and I think we just get a lot of them now. But like every scene in this is just the camera, and they're just acting it out. Like one scene in Ambrosio, there's just a close up of Marissa, and it's just her getting a, I guess a crying reaction, and it's multiple minutes, and it's only on her face. I guess there's 2 people holding her or whatever. You can see their arms, but she's just constantly learning this entire dialogue and having to say it multiple different ways. It's just incredible. I'm just blown away.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. It's I guess it's kind of hard to talk about without spoilers, but yeah,
Yeah.
it just it gets very weird, and there's a lot of rewinding and going back into different scenes and going back into the same scene, and then you're seeing things that you didn't see before, or you're clicking on different objects you didn't see before. I don't know, it's a really cool, unique game. I did roll credits on it, and I still have questions, which kind of bothers me a little. I don't necessarily like vague endings to things. I'd kind of just rather have the whole thing explained to me, but I think there is the whole thing explained to you in here. It's just I just didn't get it before I rolled credits.
I think that's the point of this game as
Yeah.
well. They want you to figure it out and solve it at your own pace,
Yeah.
right? Like Telling Lies is the same way though. Like you are going through videos trying to figure out what the story was or story is, but if you're missing one part of it, like it might you might not get the little bit of context that shows, but like you're still getting overall what happened. And I think that this is very similar. It seems like it's little bit more ambitious than even what Telling Lies was. There's just so many layers to each just scene and stuff. So um, I'm with you. I prefer them to. It'd be nice if like there was maybe just a. I don't know how it is. I mean, you beat it. I haven't yet, or you've at least seen credits. Like it'd be nice if there was just a big scene at the end where it was just just a straight like big cutscene.
Yeah, just like a long
whatever.
explanation would be
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
just like this is exactly kind of what happened, just so that anyone that kind of pieced things together just to kind of get an ending, maybe people did it quicker, right? And they did it only in a couple hours somehow, right? Managed to
Yeah,
get
I feel like you could get to the credits really quickly
if you did the
clicked
right
on the
things.
thing at the right time. Yeah, you could probably end up getting there really quickly. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily bother me that I still have questions, because I feel like the answers are in there still. I just got to go back and find them, or I could just look them up or whatever. But yeah, it's a very cool game. It was very unique. Couldn't put it down. I was at work yesterday just thinking about it nonstop. I'm just like, I wonder what the hell's happening here. You got so many questions running around in your head. Yeah, it's just and now I'm just like mind boggled by like what the actual premise of this game is after we beat it, because I have like the overall story of like what's going on here. There's just some things left unanswered.
Yeah, I just the past 2 nights just been enraptured by this game. Still probably have probably another big night. I'll probably do that on Friday maybe. Tomorrow. Try to beat it tomorrow. But yeah, this game's incredible.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we were talking about it a little bit in our Discord chat. There's like a rewind part. There's parts where you have to rewind to find secret scenes inside of different scenes, and the controller will vibrate when it wants you to rewind. How did you get around that? Because I know you don't use vibration on your controls.
It's all through audio.
Yeah.
So when we were talking about it, I wasn't playing it like right then.
Mm-hmm.
But throughout before I even really knew that there were secret stuff, there were just audio things happening all the time. I didn't know if that was supposed to be like 3 levels back of like whoever you are looking at these scenes, whether you're a detective or someone looking at all this stuff. Kind of like how Telling Lies, you are a cop or a detective or whatever going through this computer. So I didn't know if like it was 3 levels back, something's happening back here, or no. Actually, these sounds were just trying to hint that there is something here at this time frame. So rewind.
Yeah,
this
there are
time
music
frame.
cues where like the music will get like really loud and like somewhat scary all of a sudden, and then
that is exactly where the scenes are then.
Yeah.
For me. Because I'm not going to put vibration on. It's just not going to happen.
doing it. I'm not doing it.
Not doing it.
This game.
No, I love the game. I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing
But,
it. Sorry, San Barlow.
I mean, I'm getting the same scenes. It's just in a different way, just using audio. It is a little finicky trying to rewind. Like sometimes you kind of have to get it perfect, and most of the time,
Yeah, that
I
is
got
one
it right.
problem I had with it. Is like sometimes it would be like you have to get it to the exact part, and then you can use the D-pad to like really get like a
It has not helped
small
me.
amount. Hasn't helped you really. No?
No, it's really the stick is the only thing I've been able to like successfully do it. The D-pad I have not.
Some
like,
of them I noticed to get the secret scene, you have to be rewinding faster than you like would just from one tap on the stick. Like some of them you have to rewind, like double click the stick, and then it will click on and then lock on to the secret scene. So that stuff is a little finicky. I'm interested because I read this game is coming to Netflix in a couple months, and I'm wondering like, are you just gonna play it with like your remote, and then people are just gonna sit there and
I wonder. I
rewind
think
with
isn't there a
that.
mobile version now?
Is it out now? I didn't. I
I
haven't
think
read.
that
Yeah.
I think they're that mobile net. There's a mobile Netflix version now.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
I could be wrong, but I think that there is, and like it might just be as simple as like taking it and just like doing this, like going back and forth
Mm,
to like scrub through.
that might even
So
work better.
it might work better that way.
Yeah.
Um, my only thing with like, I think rewinding out, I think just the controls, I think could be a little easier, but I didn't have that much of a problem. Most of the time, I was able to get the scene. There's only a few scenes like, there's only a few scenes that really I struggled with, but I end up getting them. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'm stuck on any of them right now that I at least know of. But
I'm
gotta
shocked how
find.
good the movies are in the game. You know, like because I mean, you're obviously you're looking for the plot outside of the movies mostly, or the things revolving around the movies. You're not necessarily there for the plot of the movies. But the Ambrosio film, there's a couple scenes where I'm watching that and I'm just like, wait, I want to know what happens in Ambrosio. Like, hang on, let's just pause here. Let me watch Ambrosio for a minute.
Yeah.
It's got
Oh,
really interesting all of a sudden.
What where that comes from is just the acting.
Yeah.
I keep saying it, but this is just some of the best acting I think we've ever had in games. It's just
It helps
incredible.
that it's live action, right?
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it'll be interesting to see Game of the Year awards this year if Marissa is nominated for like best
If
character.
she's
and
not
stuff like that.
nominated,
She
I'm gonna
totally
be so
should be.
upset.
I agree, but it's kind of
I'm gonna be
hard
so
when
upset.
like she's going up against a bunch of actors and actresses that were doing mocap in games and stuff like that, or just voice acting in games, right? Where she got to be there live action and actually film a film, right?
Yeah, I'd be curious to go back and look to see if the girl from Her Story or any of the characters from Telling Lies when they first came out, each of the years they first came out, because I think
Her
Her
story
Story
was
was like
definitely nominated for stuff.
it was nominated. I wonder if her performance was, and
I
then
think
like
it
I'm
was.
wondering
Like I think
if
I don't know. I
the
could be
Telling
wrong.
Lies as well. I'd like
Yeah.
to go and look at that because like that would be the key. Is if those two were, then this would have to be. I would have assumed.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely think Marissa should be nominated for a lot of stuff
Yeah.
and probably win. Honestly,
I mean it's probably my favorite performance this year.
definitely.
I don't know. I'd have to see the end of the the whole game to understand to see if like she's my favorite character this year, but she probably is.
Yeah. What? I wonder who plays the older lady. I guess I don't want to get too much into spoilers, but because obviously that's not Marissa, but it is supposed to be Marissa. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, in a way,
Possibly parts. Yeah. It's
in a way.
yeah,
I mean,
because she does very good too. Is what I'm trying to say. Is
she's very good.
yeah, she's very, and she
I
has
mean-
a lot of scenes where it's just her and a camera. You know.
Yes, yes. I think that like we talked about Robert. I think Robert and Carl probably I would put before her
Mm.
personally. I think that Robert is also probably should be nominated. That's probably my top two. Carl's also really good, but yeah, that lady's that the older lady's very good. And you're right, you get a lot of scenes with just her.
Yeah.
Just monologuing, very good.
Definitely. Yeah, very good game. I mean, one of the highest reviewed games of the year. It's cool.
Shocking.
Yeah.
It's like at a 92 right now or something.
I picked it up
It's-
on Fantasy Critic the day before. I'm like, let's go.
Ended my whole career.
I'm like, let's go.
Insane. Yeah, I can't believe this is this. So it's what? It's Elden Ring, Immortality, and Neon White. I
Yeah,
think is the
Neon
the three best games
Yeah,
right
those are
now.
three highest
Crazy.
right now. Well, I think there's other like random shit always on Open Critic when they do their like
Mm.
2022 best reviewed games. There's always shit you like never hear about, but yeah, as far as
Yeah.
like big games that people are actually talking about, those are the three.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah,
very
is
good
there-
game. I ended up loving it. So yeah, I mean, I'm still probably gonna go back and check things out and try to get some other answers towards things. But yeah, very unique game. Glad I played it. I think everyone should check it out.
Yeah.
Don't check it out if you have kids. A lot of nudity.
A lot of nudity, a lot of
nudity,
cursing,
a lot of
a lot
stuff.
of
going on.
sex.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of sex too. There's a lot of
This has to be
sex.
the game with like the most amount of nudity.
Yeah, there's a lot. It is also Game Pass. Just shout that out. You just might as well just play it on Game Pass.
That. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on Game Pass. Great pickup for them.
Great pickup for them. I think it's perfect. Like they've
What I
had
liked about it too is there was no like hype cycle to this game. Like I didn't see a trailer. I only heard about it last week that this game was coming out. I never even heard about it before. that.
I think it was Xbox's conference.
Was it okay? So maybe we talked
Yeah.
about it before, but I never
We've s-
remembered it.
We've definitely talked about this game. They're just not, I think, going into huge marketing I think Game Pass is going to be pretty big for this game, especially launching
Oh,
on Game
definitely.
Pass. I think it's going to be pretty. This game's going to probably be his most successful game, and now with all the reviews, I assume it will be.
That yeah, and then I read the Netflix thing a couple days ago. That's a great idea actually for this
Yeah,
game. Just throw it on Netflix, get some other people to come and check it out. Like that's actually a really good idea.
it definitely is. Is there anything else you're playing?
I
You just
am also
playing
playing
that?
Yakuza Like a Dragon. What chapter am I?
Yes.
I'm in chapter 12.
Did you
I
complete chapter 12?
No, I did not. Did not. I had
Oh,
to.
okay.
So chapter 12, you actually end up having to grind for a little while to level up and get to the proper
Are you
level.
stuck on Majima's fight?
Yeah, yeah, that's where I was stuck
Okay.
on. Yeah, but
Oh, are
I
you fighting both Majima and Saijima, right?
yeah,
That's the fight.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Very hard
It's a
fight.
tough
I was
fight.
reading on Reddit.
Tough.
People say this is the hardest fight in the game. So I'm like, okay.
Probably. It's probably. I would say there's one fight that I think took me longer to do. It wasn't necessarily harder. It was just a longer fight, which kind of. It was honestly one of my least favorite fights. I don't want to say who it is or anything, but there was one fight that just took longer. This is probably the hardest fight in the game. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I figured because this is the first time I got into this fight, and I was just like, I thought I was invincible going into this, just because I can't remember the last time I died in this game. I can't remember having trouble in this game, and then I got to this fight, and they were kicking my ass, and I was just
I have
like,
a lot of healing potions.
yeah, yeah. I was just like, holy shit. Okay, they're whipping me, so I had to go back out, and then they have an arena in that same area, an arena mode for this game, and that's really cool. I really like the arena in this game. I really like it because you can bring everything you have with you into the arena. Some games you'll get the arena and they'll like cut
It'll
off
limit
all your
you.
stuff. Yeah, they'll limit you and stuff. And then this game, since it's a giant RPG, they let you use everything you've collected throughout the game, which is great. I love that. I love that type of stuff. The
Yeah, and
arena's
you
really
get
fun.
items for your characters as you go through, like for beating the floors. You
Yeah,
get like
yeah.
an item for this character, and
There's
it's like,
also
oh,
there'll be like a special task that they'll tell you about before the level starts in the arena, and then that'll get you another piece of equipment or something like that, another item you can use, and that's really cool. So I've
what
been
level
having
did
a
you
lot of
get
fun with that.
on that?
I
I
beat
think there's
the
20
arena
floors.
now.
You beat it. Cool.
Yeah, I think it was 30, something like that.
Is there 30? I
25,
thought it was
30.
20.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
little bit more than 20, but whatever. Yeah, so I beat the arena, and now I'm hoping I'm at the right level for that. I still want to level up a bit more because it is it's a bit of a dungeon to get to Majima. That whole fight, so I'm kind of thinking I'll level up a bit more before I go
I'd
in
say
there and try
buy
it
a bunch
again.
of health items. As
Yeah,
well, just
well,
in
I have a
case.
lot. Yeah, luckily I did that whole business thing, and I like got all the trophies and
Okay.
stuff for that. So I have endless amounts of money. I'm fine with money.
Good,
So
good.
yeah, I just buy a shit ton of items before I go back in there, and then I want to level up a bit more, just so we're fine, because I don't want to get all the way there again and then die.
Yeah, yeah. His fight's tough.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
that's my boy Majima. He's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
One
So
of
I think
the
I only got 3 more chapters left. I think there's 15 rooms.
I forget how many there were.
I think I read 15 somewhere.
Is there
So,
50? That
yeah.
sounds about right. I mean, you don't have that much longer.
Cool. So yeah,
But
we're
the end
getting
of
there with
chapter
that.
12.
Yeah, I'm curious. The story definitely ramped up in these last couple chapters.
Oh, I mean, that's how this game is. Like,
yeah,
it spikes in the beginning, then you kind of have like a little bit in the middle, then it kind of lulls again, and you are soaring now. You're
it is very typical anime fashion.
Yes.
Where
I mean,
there's a long lull in like the middle of the game, and now it's just ramping up and up and up.
I mean,
and up.
to be fair to Yakuza, it's every Yakuza game. The ends of every Yakuza game is just insane.
Oh, it
So,
just gets batshit crazy.
yeah, it's just
cool.
you're just constant fights, all that kind of stuff. So you're in it now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm wondering. I haven't looked at the trophies yet, but I'm wondering what that trophy list is. I know it's supposed to. There's like a long end game in this game, so I'm wondering what's going on there. If you're just doing a bunch of stuff with the combat, because I really like the combat, so I wouldn't mind just keeping playing it and see if I can go for the platinum.
I'm shocked you liking the combat. That'd be the one thing I think
love
you
the
wouldn't.
combat, man. Yeah, I don't know. Don't
I mean, you
ever
don't
let
like
me say
turn-based.
I don't like turn-based again. You know, don't
I will
let me
keep
say it.
I'll keep like a dragon in my head when you're like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like turn-based. Like a
How do you do
dragon.
that? It's Pokemon, South Park, Stick of
Pokemon,
Truth, like a dragon.
South Park,
So maybe I should stop saying I don't like
FF7 remake,
turn-based.
turn-ish.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean,
fine,
it's
fine.
it's
You
can
know what? I
stop
like
time.
turn-based now, so we can call anything turn-based. It's fine. It's
Sure.
fine. That and
Next, get you to play
fantasy
Persona
stuff.
5.
Yeah, I guess. I'll probably just wait for Persona 6, but
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, like a dragon, just gonna continue on playing that. And then Last of Us Part 1 comes out tonight. I got
Oh, yeah,
3-day
yeah.
weekend, so I'm gonna be going back and forth between that and
Ooh.
Yakuza. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, that's what I'll be playing.
Cool. I beat We Are OFK, the third episode.
Nice. I haven't started
Yeah,
this yet.
yeah. The third episode's kind of like the like that like, oh, things are bad are happening now, so we're kind
Mm.
of like, then
The
they're gonna
band
have
broke
to.
up.
Not exactly.
Not
Well,
exactly.
they to be fair, they're not all like combined and as a band yet. I think that's gonna the story of the whole game probably is like at the end we're a band now. But yeah, there was like a big fight and stuff, and then like we'll see where episode three, 4 and 5 are gonna go. The song for this one has probably been my least favorite song. I do
Is
really
there
like the first
so
two
what? It's just
songs.
like a one song per chapter type thing.
Yeah, there's like this whole thing is like an EP album, so um they kind of have like one big musical section. And this is the musical section of it was looked pretty cool, but probably my least favorite song. But I'm excited to keep going. I like these characters, so I like to see where they end up, at least. And then I beat Saints Row.
Nice.
Um,
How long
I had a
was it?
fun. That's a good question. I don't
30
know,
hours
15
maybe?
hours.
15? Oh, shorter.
15
Okay.
is probably how long it took me. I mean, I didn't do everything in it either.
How much time do you
Um,
think you could put in it, like overall?
you could put a good amount of time. There are these like ventures you do. You
Yeah.
set up businesses throughout the city, and if you
Hmm.
want to like have enough money to place them all down, that takes you a lot. There are missions for each venture to do. Um, so like there's a lot there. There are also like other side missions to do and stuff. So if you want to do all that, you probably put a good chunk of time. I mean, this is a, pretty standard open world game. I think the reviews are a little harsh. I'm not necessarily sure that my score. I might do a 60-second review. That might be a little hint there.
Mm,
Maybe I'll do one for this game.
that'd be good.
Um, it I think the reviews are a little harsh with this game. I think that I don't know what people were expecting this game to be. It's not Saints Row maybe 2, 3, or 4, but like it's still a fun time. I had a fun time. I didn't have a lot of glitches, maybe a few, but
Yeah, I think there was a day one patch before.
it could be.
Yeah, at that
Yeah,
point, yeah. So I think reviewers didn't even get that.
yeah. Which I think that kind of sucks because maybe they should have just waited then. I don't know, but yeah, I think the reviews are a little harsh in the game. I don't think it's perfect. I think that this seems like Volition needed more money to make this game.
Mm,
That's that like it feels like they were trying to make a AAA game with only like a AA game's worth of budget.
interesting.
Um,
Come on,
so I
Embracer. Throw them some money.
yeah,
What the
they
fuck
have
you
a lot
doing?
of money. I think they needed more money, more time to make this game. But I had a fun time. It was just a dumb fun time. Like I wanted an open world, just run around shooting and driving.
Yeah.
That's what I got. So I had a decent time.
How's the story? Anything noteworthy?
I like the setup of the characters,
Yeah.
of it being like your best friends and stuff. It doesn't really go anywhere special. Um, I kind of wish that was more to it, but maybe if they can make a sequel, I don't know, maybe they can flush them out more. But I didn't. I thought they were fine. The overall plot, the game kind of just ends. It doesn't really have this grand ending or anything. Um, yeah, I wish that they would have just taken more time to make this game. But I know this game was in development for a while, but
So do you want Volition to stick with Saints Row, or do you think they should move on?
I would prefer them to stick with Saints Row. I mean, that's complicated. Maybe they do something new next. Come back to
Yeah,
Saints Row.
they tried that new game, right? What was it called? Agents of Mayhem or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't seem to go super well, so now they're back on Saints Row.
That was like a spiritual successor to Saints Row.
Was it?
It was
Okay.
still a goofy, funny game
Yeah.
with characters, but like
I
maybe
wouldn't
they
mind
should.
seeing them trying to make something like completely different than
Yeah.
Saints Row now.
Yeah, I think they're a competent team.
Yeah.
I just maybe don't make as giant of a world or something. Maybe make something a little more tight and focused, I guess. Um, but yeah, I beat that game. Then I played like in between like beating Saints Row and Immortality coming out. I played like a little bit more of Dark Souls. That's been my in between game for a little bit. So I'm towards the end of Blighttown, getting ready to fight the boss of whatever that is to maybe ring that next bell.
Oh, okay.
So I went through Blighttown. I'm like at the bottom where this like poison swamp is.
Gotcha.
So
Oh, and
if
like
you
that
kind of remember,
jungle area.
There's no jungle area. I'm just
It's very
like,
woodsy. Whatever. A lot of trees.
no, I'm not in
No,
that
not
area.
not in that area. Okay.
That might be a different poison swamp. That might
Okay.
be around where I am,
Gotcha.
but I don't see a forest. I'm like, Blighttown has like a bunch of like wooded things that you're walking on, platforms and stuff, really tight corridor stuff, and then you kind of like going down and down and down. And I'm at the very bottom of this basin.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like I
Uh,
rang both bells and that got that giant gate open, and that's where I ended.
yeah. You said, yeah, I think that's what you said. They opened that big door. So I got to figure out where the boss is down here, but that's where I kind of stopped. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Cool. What's next for you then?
Dark Souls, Immortality, the next
There
OFK.
anything in September coming out that you're interested in?
Nah.
No.
I don't think there is.
No. Yeah.
One of my friends, she wanted me to play, what is it called? Wonderful 101, the Platinum game.
Oh yeah.
It is on that PlayStation extra tier.
Yeah, that got ported to
Yeah.
other consoles, right?
So I have it downloaded now. So I might just hop in and try to beat that before going back to Dark Souls. That might just be my next game to beat. Because I like Platinum a lot. I like action games, and she was like, "Oh yeah, this is one of her favorite Platinum games." And I'm like, "Oh man, okay. Well, that's." She thinks it's better than Bayonetta games or Nier. I'm like, "Okay, well."
Yeah, that
I'll
game definitely has
check
like
it
a
out
cult
then.
following around
Yeah.
it.
So I want to check it out. So I might do that next.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to the game. Damn.
Yeah.
What are we playing?
All right. So when Daddy's away, the boys will play.
Fuck yeah, we will.
This is just gonna be as much as you want to go, because I have a tier list for all of the Elden Ring bosses.
Oh God.
So you tell me how long you want to go.
All right.
I found one that has their name, so that helps me out.
Gotcha.
So
You're gonna have to remind me which ones
You
these are.
Start
with like the main. Isn't there 6 main ones?
I
with
can
those,
find the
maybe.
main ones if
Yeah.
that's how you want me to start. I was gonna say if there's anyone that you want to just throw out real quick and put it in.
Oh,
I can do that.
Godfrey for sure.
Let me find him. Godfrey, the first Elden Lord.
That one always sticks out in my head.
There are 2 versions of him.
The one that's like
So
second to last boss.
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay.
That one.
So
always
where
sticks
do you
out in my
want-
head. I really like that fight.
Where would you like to put Godfrey?
Ass.
Ooh. I'm
Could
thinking
go
of
A.
what the S's are, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I think it's a great fight, but is it better than like
I really like that
Radon?
fight. It's not better
know what
than
I mean?
Radon, but I mean Radon's
That's what I'm That's what I'm
yeah.
thinking of. It's like because there are so many good
I would
ones. I'm
still
trying
go
to like.
ass.
Okay. I'll put Godfrey at S. Do you want to do Godfrey's other form? We don't have to.
Sure. What is that? The spirit form
That's
or
the
whatever?
spirit form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
remember
fine.
that one
I think
too
that's a
well.
pretty
Yeah.
average fight, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe C.
Sure. Go see on that.
'Cause you run into him. I think you're like up on a tree or you're like climbing up, and then you like get into this tower, and he just is there. He's like the mini boss before. Is it Morgott? Is he the mini boss before Morgott when you're in the capital? It's in the capital, right?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's the mini boss in the capital.
I can't remember that one.
Okay. Is there any other one that you want to just do, or you want me to try to just? kind of
Other ones
find-
that stick out in my head are like that Godskin duo stick out to me.
So I got the duo, and I have the 2 individuals. Do you just want to do the duo?
Oh, the 2 individuals are even harder than the duo.
I thought the duo. Honestly, the duo was. an
Which
easy
one's
fight
the
for
one
me.
where you fight it the second time? Because that's the harder one.
I don't have that. I just have the apostle, which is the skinny one, and the noble, which is the fat one. And then there's just the duo.
Don't you fight them both at the same time?
That's Godskin duo.
Okay, yeah, that's the harder one. That's the one I'm
Really?
thinking of. Yeah, isn't
Okay.
it?
I mean, I've heard a lot of. Well, I don't want to. I've heard a lot of people think this fight is hard. I walked in, beat it first try.
Yeah, I remember having a lot of trouble.
It was so
with this
easy.
Fight. Yeah, this
But
is
we
one
can-
of the ones I remember having trouble with.
It was a cool fight. We have to like,
It
keep
was a
fighting
cool
them.
fight. Yeah, I'd probably go like D
Um,
on this fight.
Yeah, it's better than Godfrey's
Yeah.
other form. All right, so I guess let's try to do some of the main ones. Let me
Yeah,
see if I can
do the bigger
find-
ones.
Okay. Where? So just name them. I'll try to find.
Well, we can start off with Radon since we already mentioned him.
Yeah, where is he? Star Scourge Radon.
Yeah,
That's
I
This
mean,
is an
that's an S
easy
tier.
S
That
tier.
was. I mean,
You
that's
kidding me?
gotta be the most memorable fight in the game.
It's one of the
Probably,
best fights
right?
in the whole
Yeah.
game.
I mean,
It probably not the most, but I think for sure.
I
Like,
just like there's no other fight where you like build up to something like that, you know, with a bunch of different NPCs helping you in the fight as well.
Yeah.
It's a very cool fight. I think the map might be a little too big, like the area. It might be a
mhm.
little too big for it, but it's still a very cool
It's
fight.
purposeful because it's supposed to be like an army fight. You're like getting
Right.
all the summons and stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
guess we should
get
say
it. It's
spoilers.
just sometimes it just felt like you're running for a bit too long just to
Right.
get up to him.
We got. I'll try to do summon a little bit in order. We got Margit, the Fell Omen, which
That
actually is not his real
like,
name.
first big one
It is the mini boss, the first mini boss. Yeah.
on like that bridge.
It's before you get to into the castle, really.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was a cool fight as well.
Mhm.
Very scary fight because
I
this
like
is,
it, all the
your first
hands.
introduction. Yeah.
And then he cuts his arm off, and the dragon
Yeah.
puts the dragon head on.
You know what we should put in here is that those hand spiders. I know that's not a boss.
It might not be in here.
These things are
So
fucking
where's
terrifying.
Margit?
Margit? Probably go A.
Margit's an A. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can see
Get
Margit
that.
being a name. Ooh. Okay. We got. I'm trying to. I don't know if. I'm just seeing a bunch here. There's just so many.
Let's do the hardest one. What's her name?
Melania,
Melania. Yeah.
goddess of rot.
Yeah, do Melania. I mean, I didn't.
Or
beat
Blade of
Melania, but I
Mikola.
fought Melania.
You didn't beat her?
No, I never ended up beating her. No.
Wow.
I know,
Did you
I
see her
didn't,
second form?
Yeah, I did get the second
Okay.
form. Yeah. I just, I was just kind of done with the game at that point. I didn't feel like
Sure.
trying to get someone in. I was already like 85 hours in. I was just done. I was just like, okay, I'm good.
My favorite fight in the whole game.
Yeah, it is a very cool fight. It's, I forget, what does she do that's special? Does she like take your health, right?
She takes your health with every hit.
Yeah, she takes your health with every hit.
And she has 2 full health bars.
Interesting, yeah. It's a very hard fight, very memorable fight as well. It's a good fight. I mean, it's
Can
gotta
I
be
put
S2,
her
right?
above? Oh, easy S.
Yeah.
Can I put her above Radon, or do
Yeah,
you want her
definitely
behind?
go for it.
Okay. Because I definitely would put her above Radon.
You
alright,
want to do that
let me-
dragon that like rewinds time?
Yeah, where's he at? Let me
Yeah.
find my boy. Where's my boy? Where's the peas? There it is. Peas. Where's he at? Oh, you could talk about him while I try to find him.
Yeah, this is more of a hidden fight. It's kind of hard to find. You kind of need a guide to find this one. I don't know how the hell you'd find that on your own because you have to like lay down in a specific area where there's like
Here it
a
is.
button prompt to lay down somewhere. And
Here's-
then anyways, this giant dragon pops out of nowhere and like rewinds time on you, and then all of a sudden you're in this really hard fight. I think this is the second hardest in the game, right?
For you, I mean,
No, I
he
think
wasn't
like
too bad at the
isn't
time
that
for
like
me.
the consensus is that this is the second hardest fight? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, he
It's
wasn't for
in that
me.
like end area, right?
Yeah, it was in
Yeah.
the crumbling Fair Missoula.
Sure.
But his name is Dragon Lord Placidusax. This dude's
Badass name.
where do you think he should go?
Probably S as well. I mean, it's a really cool fight.
I think he's above Godfrey.
Sure. Yeah. Go right there then.
All right. What next?
What about what's the boss that you fight in the big golden city? Like at the end of that area?
Morgoth?
Yeah. Is that it?
Morgoth the Omen King, which is
Sure.
actually Margit's real name.
Ah,
Same.
okay.
Same
There you go.
The Morgoth fight is even better than the Margit the Fell fight. The
Yeah, I
Morgoth fight's
agree.
awesome.
It's just kind of like the same thing, but a little bit different,
Yeah.
right?
So let's just put him at A, maybe above
Yeah, go there.
Margit. What about Malekith, the
Malekith.
Black Blade?
Oh, that's a really hard
He's
one.
the one
isn't it?
cleric one that like he ends
Yeah.
up stabbing the death seal and like transforms.
Oof.
Super cool.
You
What do you
tell
think?
me. I'm having trouble remembering this one.
He's the one you fight. He's the end boss at Crumbling Fair Missoula. So you
Oh,
fight
okay,
him,
gotcha,
and then you
gotcha.
get transported back to the capital.
Cool. Yeah, probably go A on this one.
A, I think he's above top of A,
Sure.
above Morgoth. What about Mogwin, Lord of
Mogwai.
Blood,
Is
You
that
fight
the one in
Lord
like
of the Blood?
the Blood River thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that like the captain one? What's the captain one?
The captain I have here is Mog. It's just the Omen,
Just the
Mogwin the
Omen.
Omen or
Oh,
something.
okay,
That was like
gotcha.
below the capital. I actually didn't fight this guy.
Oh, I remember
But
that one being hard.
yeah, I didn't. I didn't find him.
Yeah. Wasn't there like something with like a little girl in that? Like some little girl asked you to do something. I don't know. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
Yeah. I remember
What
that being
I
hard.
think Mog's fights, Mogwin's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Mog is awesome. Probably go B on that one.
You think B? You think below Morgott and Margit?
Yeah, I would go
Okay.
a little bit below. Yeah.
You think he's above Godskin Duo?
Yeah.
I think so for sure. I think he's a much better fight than Godskin. Okay. I get we could start going bigger ones. What about where is she at? Renala. Her fight was more of a gimmick fight until the end.
Is this
Had
the
its-
one with the kids with the books and they're
She's
throwing
Queen
books
of the
at you?
Full Moon. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That one. That is a weird one.
Very cool fight. I like,
Yeah, I
especially
like
when you
the
get to the
scenery
second.
more than I like the fight itself.
Especially, I like the second half of the fight is even better.
What's the second half? Because the
It's when
first half,
when
don't you
you're
got to go and like find the right kid and then hit him
yeah
or whatever? Yeah.
deal damage and then you hit her and then it goes to the moon coming out and then you fight
Oh, and
around
you're
the
like
moon.
on water, right? All of a
Yeah,
sudden, yeah,
yeah.
I do remember this. Yeah,
I
it's a
think
good
it's
fight.
better than Mog. Lord
Yeah,
of
I'd
Lord.
probably go top at A on that one.
Top of A.
Yeah,
Oh, so above Malekith?
yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
What is the one inside the volcano where you have to use the special
I was gonna do
sword?
that next. Where is
Yeah,
he at? Where Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy.
there you go.
Rykard is awesome. You
This
get
one's
the
interesting. That is more of a gimmick one too,
spear.
as well, because you have to use
Mm-hmm.
that spear. Yeah, which I didn't realize until like
It was
after
sitting
quite a
there.
few
Did you not?
tries. I don't know. I remember trying to use my own sword for a while on that boss, and it just was not working.
That's funny.
Uh,
Uh,
but yeah, I like
Rykard's
this fight.
fight's
I think
super cool.
this might be my favorite looking fight. Honestly, just like with the scenery and how cool that boss looked and stuff like that.
Like
It's
in the volcano.
yeah, like in the volcano too. Yeah, this might be my favorite looking fight. Maybe not my
Sure.
favorite fight necessarily, but definitely the coolest looking one. I would go S on this.
Okay, I could do S. Do you think we're between like the 4 and S? We got
Maybe lowest
Godfrey.
S.
Low. You think he's worse than Godfrey? I kind of like it more than Godfrey.
Yeah, you can go one above Godfrey.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Estelle, Stars of Darkness, which was Renala's
Badass
quest. Do you remember Estelle, Renala's quest? There's that
Mm.
big creature thing that you fight with galaxies around it and stuff.
I don't.
Did you not
remember
do
this, no.
Renala's quest? It's
Did
the
I?
last fight in Renala's quest.
Which one is Renala's quest?
She is the moon, Lady of the Moon or whatever.
Lady of the
The
Moon.
doll,
It's not
the
the
lady,
blue
the
lady?
doll.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
the
Ranny?
blue doll lady.
Oh, I thought that was Ranny. No, I
Or
did
Rainy.
that.
What did I say? Renala. I meant Rainy. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Rainy.
okay. Gotcha. I
meant
did do
Rainy,
that.
yeah.
I mean, I remember.
So Estelle is that creature with the skull, and it has the two snippers in the front of it, and then it has like you're fighting in a galaxy arena. I don't know how else to describe it.
Galaxy Arena. Okay, I don't.
All right.
remember
Well,
this
if
one.
you don't remember, then I'm not, I can't put it on here.
You could put it where you want. I don't remember this
No, it's
one
okay.
specifically.
This is for both of us. Okay. What's next? Let's do. Where is it at? Where's it at? Radagon,
Radagon. Which one's that?
which is the first part of the final boss fight.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then I mean, you might as well include the whole boss fight there.
Well, they're two separate ones. We could do the
Oh,
next.
are
We
they
could do
separate? They're
half.
separate boss.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I hated this fight. The first part of that specifically, I hated it. It
The
was,
Radagon part.
that was way too big of an area. I felt like I was running for days on that one. I was fucking track star during this fight. It was just so hard to hit him.
I love how it looks. The Radagon fight.
It looked very cool, yeah, but it was just I don't know. I did not like this fight. I just felt I think it was just my build in particularly. You know, I'm sure if you were like a magic build or whatever in the game, you
I
could
was
hit him
okay,
for further
but-
away. But I just remember I don't know. I just remember running for a long time in the first part of that fight. So I
Yeah.
did not like it. I would put it like C.
Okay, that's below the spirit
Yeah,
of Godfrey. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not where I would put it, but okay. What about the Elden Beast?
yeah.
One of the coolest
second
looking
part-
things in the
the
whole
second
game.
part's cooler. It looks a lot cooler.
One
I'd
of the
probably go
coolest
A
things.
on that one.
Okay. I'd say above Morgott, maybe below Malekith.
Okay.
If that's cool. Is there What about oh, I confused Godric with Margit actually. Margit is just that dagger guy. I messed it up. Godric is the one with all the hands. That's the final boss fight. I mixed that up. So we should do Godric as well.
Sure.
He's the one with all the hands, and he has the axe, and he's the one that
Yeah,
gets the
yeah,
dragon
yeah,
head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably go top of A on that one.
Yeah, I think it's better than Margit. And is it better than Morgott? You think it's better than Renala, Malekith, Elden Beast, and Morgott?
Okay, maybe not top A. Somewhere in A.
Where do you think it is with Morgott?
How far up do we have Morgott?
It is the only thing. It's kind of below A. It's Morgott and then Margit.
Okay,
That's
go
the
one
two
below
bottom.
Morgott.
Okay, in between.
Yeah.
It's definitely better than Margit.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do one more.
Okay. Is there another one that we haven't done that you think?
Oh,
here's a fun one.
Yeah.
This fight can be crazy if you don't beat him quick enough, I think. Sir Gideon Offrey. Offrey.
Is this the guy
the
with
all-knowing
the wolf mask?
No.
No.
This is the all-knowing guy that he helps you out the whole game and then he betrays you at the end.
Which one is this?
It's the guy with the mask. He's the guy that you go to at the table and he tells you about the gods and you have to fight him.
Okay, I do remember this. Yeah.
He doesn't want you to do what you're doing.
Yeah. Isn't this a very easy fight? I don't remember having trouble with
I think if he goes crazy, then he can kill you.
Okay.
We don't have to do that one. I can try to find a different one.
What was the wolf guy?
Yeah, Blythe, but I don't see.
I remember having trouble with that one.
It's not. I mean, that's not really considered a boss fight. It's more of like
that was just part of
the summon or whatever. Yeah. I mean, there are some notable ones in here. You got that red wolf that you fight before Renala. What other big fight? Oh, here. We haven't done this one. The fire giant. We'll do that as the last.
Oh, okay.
What do you think the fire giant should get? What a weird fight.
Yeah, it was a weird fight. I did not like the way I fought this one. I I was just on my horse and I would like go around, slash it, and then come back, swing around again.
Yeah, I didn't do it on my horse.
Yeah, that's how I ended up doing it. So I didn't like this fight that much.
Okay.
It
very cool spectacle.
Cool. Yeah. The cup in the background looks very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing the forge or whatever behind him.
Probably go B on that.
I think it's below Radagon. I like the Radagon fight more.
Yeah, you can go.
That's bottom of C.
That's okay. Shit, that's that low.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Go D then.
D. All right. I'm not gonna.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it for the Nerd Gods podcast, episode 134. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
Check out my album that I made.
Yeah, fuck. Should have mentioned that at the top. My bad.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's called Catharsis. It's about like half an hour or so. Check it out and let me know what you think.
Yeah, it's on our YouTube page, so free go over there, check it out. Remember to subscribe to us. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.